I have a solution for you. That's a cricket. Bon appetit. While I'm eating my crunchy cricket, I want to get you know better. Please raise your hands. Who of you ever ate insects? Oh, wow. That's cool. In a knowingly way? That's cool. I think most of you raised your hands. Please be honest. Who of you is still a little bit disgusted maybe about eating insects? Please raise your hands. Okay, that's also honest. Lots of you, like I was 10 years before. So maybe I surprise some of you now when I tell you that we all eat insects every year, more than 500 grams. Insects are omnipresent in nature, so they are of course also in our food products. Because it's not better for the food industry. In every processed food contains insects like cereals, bread, orange juice. But yeah, obviously not in a knowingly way. That is why I'm here and want to change today. Well, when I was a child, I didn't like insects that much. I was a little bit scared about these small flying, hopping animals, not to think about eating them. Perhaps that is something I got from my mother. For sure, it's something that comes from our so advanced society that is looking down on eating insects. Today, standing here in front of you, insects are my great treasure and my pleasure, and I want to change our eating habits today together with you. 2011 was a game-changing year for me. Nearly finished my studies in healthcare management, I was very unaware of my own ecological footprint and the effects of our diets on our health. Writing my master thesis, I spoke to several experts like decision makers, politicians, and managers, and their message to me was that the state doesn't want people grow old healthily. That was and still is a contradiction for me. It is a contradiction for me that 25% of our greenhouse gas emissions are caused by what we eat. That 75% of agricultural land is used to produce feed and animal products. And according to the Crayfield study, that there is a 75% decline in flying insect biomass over the last 27 years. Once again, 75% less insect biomass over the last 27 years. These numbers should shock us all, but at the same time motivate us to act. So I decided to leave my former life working in pharmaceutical industry and pharmacies because I really want to solve the problem from a grassroots level. I mean, more than 20% of all deaths are caused by our daily meats. And lots of so-called Western diseases are caused by our daily food. See your food as medicine, otherwise you once have to see your medicine as food. It's a very famous quote I used to see at my old working place every day, so I want to share it today with you. The main reason I'm here today is that I want to motivate all of you to change your habits. It's good for you and good for the planet. If we talk about climate crisis, we are always talking about system change, and in the end, it's all about our own behavior. We need to change our consumption and especially what we eat. What you consume is who you are, and it has a significant impact on our environment. If we don't make our nutrition more sustainable, we won't reach the 1.5 degree target, which was set in 2015 by the Paris Climate Agreement. You can fly on holidays every year and go to fast food restaurants, or you decide to change and therefore also be a role model for others. Start eating plant-based and add some insects for a healthy and balanced diet. There are 2 billion people in more than 130 countries eating insects every day, of course, knowingly. It's time to learn from them, ladies and gentlemen. We have to challenge stereotypes, and therefore eating insects have also a huge symbolic value. We have to think outside the box, and it's all about stepping out of our own comfort zone. This is why we also offer whole insects, because in that way we overcome our barriers better and push the change, and that's so nice. Of course, we also pulverize insects and make burgers, for example, bars and pancakes like other companies out of it. So more people are accepting insects as a key resource of protein. And in the end, insects are superfood for everyday life. They are real superfood because they are easily digestible and our body can therefore absorb the nutrients very well. They contain a high amount of the best protein and are therefore a perfect addition to a plant-based diet. To sum it up, they are more healthy and more sustainable meat. As we know from different surveys, there are about 30% of people generally open-minded in Europe to eat insects. And therefore, my goal is to increase this number, and the challenge is to reach you. And that we are doing through our daily work, through education, and of course with our delicious products. In summary, I talked about that we can improve our health. We can reduce the loss of biodiversity, and we can slow down the human-induced climate change by eating insects. If there is one thing I want to leave you with today is that please keep in mind that your choices matter the most. Your consumption is your superpower, and the more you promote sustainable solutions, the more people adapt. So take the first step and have the first bite. But please don't wait till tomorrow, start now.